Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the video. Definitely appreciate it. What I want to talk about today is a Dallas Cowboys player named Micah Parsons. So recently, within the last week, Micah Parsons had mentioned that he doesn't want to just be a pass rusher. He wants to be essentially a jack of all trades, which I can definitely understand that. He seems like someone who really loves the game of football, so he wants to do more than just rush the passer. But if I were Micah's representation, I would probably encourage him to kind of change that tune a little bit for one reason and one reason only, and that is contract negotiations. Now, it's not anything he needs to worry about right now because he's on a rookie deal. I'm 100% sure his fifth-year option is going to get picked up. So he is years away from any type of, contract negotiation, extensions, etc. But the thing that is big, and if I'm his representation, is the average salary of a defensive end versus linebacker. Well, let's not even say average salary. Let's say the highest paid, because I took a look, and the highest paid defensive lineman / defensive end is Aaron Donald. He's at about $31 million per year average salary. And after that, I believe it's Myles Garrett, who's around 25. Someone else is around 23. Can't remember who that was, but even Leonard Williams for the Giants, who I think pass rushing wise, Micah is better than and has better stats than, is north of 20 million. And believe on the linebacker side, it's Darius Williams right now, Darius Leonard for the Colts, who signed a 5-year, basically $100 million deal. It's just under 100 mil. It's like 99.25. So less than 20 million a year. And when it comes to contract negotiations, like NFL teams are not going to do you any favors. They're going to just compare you against that last guy. They're going to say, well, you want as much as Darius Leonard does, but he's got way more tackles than you do, and, plays the run better and blah, 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 all this other stuff. Like, they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say, well, you do have more sacks, so, yeah, we'll pay you more than Darius Leonard. They're literally going to pitch you against another guy making that much money and tell you why you shouldn't get paid as much as he does. And I think a perfect example of this would be Jimmy Graham. He was, tight end for the Saints, and I think we all know, how great he was for an extended period of time. He probably had 5 or 6 years where Jimmy Graham was tremendous. But when it came down to number one, I believe he got franchise tagged, and instead of making the average of the top 5 wide receivers, which is what he wanted, he made the average top 5 of tight ends, which was significantly lower. And I feel like Jimmy was someone who looked at that aspect of it a little too late. Now, he doesn't get to control where coach is going to line him up, what the formations, things like that. He doesn't have control of that, but it's still something that I think is worth being cognizant of if you're Micah, because it could, be the difference of, I don't know, in 3 years, it could be a $10 million difference. It could be more than that. So I get it that football and NFL, it's not all about the money, but it kind of is about the money, because you see guys all the time holding out. Guys are upset because to them, money and length of contract shows the respect. It shows how you value me as a player. So for Micah, I think it's something to just kind of keep in mind. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I definitely appreciate it, but it was something that just popped in my mind, and definitely wanted to give my take on it. Not that Mike is listening or anything, but that is it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.